Hey yo, PGH comic expert here with a huge comic haul this week. And huge haul, lots of books, not a lot of cash. Okay, there might have been one pricey book in there, but that's about it. The rest of these didn't really cost me a whole lot of money at all. So I'm going to start with this one. I'm trying to line up my camera here. This book is blown up recently, so hot book alert. This is Action Comics number 835. This is the first appearance of Livewire in DC continuity. Got this for about $10 at the local pawn. Well, it's a reseller, antiques, DVD, whatever store in Bloomfield, right near my work. So he had that in the case. Livewire is going to be in Supergirl. So I'm going to try and get through these books as quick as possible. I rated his dollar bin, and he has lots of dollar bins there, and how I managed to find all these, I have no idea. So I'm just going to kick these off. We got Justice League number 1. That's the first issue of the Reborn Justice League, Copper Age Justice League from '87. That's a great cover. Can't say it enough. Awesome cover. Alright. Love this cover. Oh, and that's in like mint condition too. I'm surprised that stayed nice. It didn't even have a bag and board on it. Look at that. Justice League 27. Those of you who are horror fans like myself, you will probably recognize that as the cover swipe to the Exorcist movie poster. Another weird thing about it, there's no barcode. It's blacked out. Never seen that before. So I looked on eBay, nothing special about it, but hey, thought it was cool. And I'll go through, these books all cost me about 80 cents a piece, maybe less, so moving through this stack anyway, so I'm just going to fly through them. Batman 640, it's a great cover. Batman Beyond number 1, I think that's volume 3, that's going to be for sale. Number 2, that's also going to be for sale or trade. Batman 375. Anytime I see any Copper Age or Bronze Age Batman that's in pretty nice shape, I will pick it up. $3.99. It's a cool cover with the severed head. Let's see. I'm trying to get some early runs of this because I had one, but I don't know what happened to it. I had number 1. I need to find it again. All-Star Batman and Robin. Number 3, it's Frank Miller writing. Number 4, I love that cover. Action Comics number 1, New 52, that was in his bin. New Mutants 45, beautiful magic cover. That's Ileana Rasputin. I'm probably going to sell that one. I really have no interest in New Mutants. I thought it was a cool cover, and I could probably add it to my pile of New Mutants that I'm currently selling on my eBay store. BDI, well, it's not my store. It's just I'm selling it on eBay. BDI Baller. If you want to check that out, all one word. BDI Baller. Yes, I know. I'm peddling comics on my comic blog, of course. Okay, Web of Spider-Man number 2. Have number 1 already. I thought that was cool that I found that. Second copy of this that I've owned. I'll probably get rid of it because it's got a really nasty spine roll, but that's Spider-Man 8, Web of Spider-Man 18. If I can back up the camera here a little bit, let's see. That is the newsstand edition. That is the one where Spider-Man, there's like a panel in the shadows. It's supposedly the first Venom. Air quotes, so whatever. This is probably going to go for sale for those who are collecting those 25th anniversary banners. Spectacular Spider-Man 120. So, let's see. Do I have any more Spider-Mans that I picked out of that run? Yeah, I do. Spider-Man 2099, number 25. Thought that was cool. And check this out, Web of Spider-Man Annual, number 2. I always like the Web of Spider-Man early artwork, the painted covers. And I think Detroit Madman picked this up a while ago. Mine's not as nice. It's got some brown or foxing up here. Web of Spider-Man Annual number 1. Still okay. I mean, what do you want for 80 cents? Alright. Taking that big stack away. Still going through the pawn shop find. So, Batman and Robin number 1, I think that's second print. That's going to be for trade. And who just leaves a whole run of Swamp Thing in there? Look at this. Swamp Thing number 1. This is New 52. It's in perfect condition. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. 5, 6, and 7. All together in the box. Don't know why anybody would just get rid of all those. Alright, last bit from the pawn shop. I never believe I found this either. Well, not this one. Wonder Woman Blackest Night number 1. Miniseries, I guess that's the Blackest Night crossover. I've been meaning to read that, but I might get rid of it. I'm not in any hurry. I might just pick up the trade. My friend Robert in Omaha has been telling me Blackest Night's one of the best DC stories out there. So we'll see. Reverse Flash number 1. Miniseries of Flashpoint crossover. This is the TV show is loosely based off of, I'm told. Although I have read the first few issues of Flashpoint. So, speaking of that, who the hell just leaves the entire run of Flashpoint and just sells it? Look at this. 1. Number 2. Number 3. Haven't read 4 and 5 yet, but we got number 4. And number 5. It's like whole nice 8 issues or 7 issues Swamp Thing, whole run of Flashpoint, 80 cents a piece. So yeah, I cleaned house. Okay, local shop. Did a little bit of buying there, reluctantly, but he has some books that I need. So let's start off with Detroit Madman. Pointed me and credited him a lot because he was one of the most. Him and Don Comic Book Junkie were the last 2 videos I actually watched. Detroit Madman is a Spectacular Spider-Man fan. I really am not, but he did show some early issues recently that had Tombstone in them. I wasn't able to find some 136, but I found 137. Tarantula on the cover. Great cover here. This is a Sal Buscema cover. That's Spectacular Spider-Man 138. Origin of Tombstone. What, I got 9 minutes on my battery. Then, while looking through some of his backstock, I came across Spectre number 60. I don't know if that has Mr. Terrific in it. I didn't open it yet. I just thought it was a cool cover. If it doesn't, I might just get rid of it. Or if it does, I just keep it. I don't know. Spectre's kind of cool. I like the artwork. Couldn't believe he had this. Spider-Man 2099 number 45. That's the second to last issue. That's going on eBay right now for $30. I did not pay that. He had it marked as if it was still 1996. So that gives you any hint. Alright, and because of all the hype of the upcoming Batman Superman movie, I couldn't resist. He had a first print mint copy of New 52 number 1 for $5 of Batman Superman, so I bought it. I showed you some other Batman Superman Batman books, so I did pick up some more of those for pretty cheap. Number 2, it's a great cover. Number 11, this is a Michael Turner cover with Darkseid on it. That's, you know, so you got Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman all on the cover with Darkseid in the background. That's awesome. It's probably going to shoot up if they introduce Darkseid. I can't imagine DC wouldn't, because they've introduced Thanos in Marvel, and they're basically the same character. Number 12, that's when Supergirl is in she's at Apocalypse. Also a Michael Turner cover. It's a fantastic artwork there. There's cover A. Michael Turner cover of number 13. And then cover B. This one is really hot on eBay right now. And I just paid a little bit more than cover price for that one. And probably not going to get rid of it either, because that's just a gorgeous cover. So, decided to go through Batman, because I have rated this guy's Spider-Man collection over and over again. I was like, you know, I know there's got to be a couple of Detective Comics back there, and what did I find? I found Detective Comics 608. That's the first appearance of Anarchy, the Joker's son. And then 609, second appearance of Anarchy. Look at that. Those, I barely paid anything for those. Again, this was a pretty inexpensive run, with the exception of the couple of books I bought online. So, wrapping this up. Did buy some books online. I'm going to show these off. Been looking for that cover of, like, this sold out real quick. This is The Death of Archie. I'm not an Archie reader. I read it as a kid a little bit, and I like some Afterlife with Archie, but this here, I've been trying to get a good bit of the Death of Archie covers, and this is the alternate timeline Death of Archie, so Life with Archie story, and that's the Fiona Staples cover, which I think it's a really sharp cover. Picked up this one here. I think this is Walt Simonson. I don't know how to say his name. Simonson cover of 1 year later. That's the post-mortem Afterlife with Archie, or Life with Archie after he's dead. And then I picked up the Francavilla cover, which is very. I haven't put away my Afterlife with Archie number 8 yet, but if you kind of compare these side by side, they're pretty similar. That's because they're by the same artist. So I like the Francavilla cover the best out of the Death of Archie. Alright. Now, this is not the nicest copy, but it does have the stamp, and it is spoken for, I think. I'm going to take it to Omaha with me when I go here in September, because my coworker, comic friend, coworker and comic collecting friend asked me to bring him a couple of books that he's considering, and I told him this one, I probably would part with this for what I paid for it, because I would hate to try and profit off of this one. I mean, I paid less than $20 for it, and if Robert wants it, that's what I'd probably give it to him, is what I paid for it, plus shipping, plus the shipping cost. So he wants a couple other ones off me too, so maybe I'll wheel and deal with him. But I'm going to put this out there, and it does have the value stamp. It's Hulk 182. That was a last-minute auction steal, and I could see why it was so friggin' low, because it's got a big old crease right in the cover here, and then we got some issues there, some issues along the spine. I mean, it's a rough copy. So now, this is the third copy of this book that I have, which means that I now have 2 that I'm looking to part with. This not this book here. I do have another Hulk 182 coming in that's a little nicer than this one, but it's not here yet. That'll probably be on my next video. Last comic, though, I can't get over how beautiful this one is. And I put it in a Mylar bag as soon as I got it. Boom. It's my third copy of Hulk 180. The seller had this at a fine 6.0. Only problem, he said qualified. So the only problem I could see with this one, and that he could see, this is a pretty reputable seller on eBay. The top staple is separated from the cover, but it is barely noticeable. Even when you open the comic, it is still tight. It's a tight book. There's a little pen mark up here. This is a beautiful copy, though. I mean, even with the separated staple, this is never coming out of the Mylar. I'm probably even going to send it away to get graded. So I wasn't really happy with the 2 that I bought, and I'm trying to at least recover my costs that I spent on them. So that's why I went and found another nice one, and I gotta unload the other 2. So that's it. That's my haul video. Sorry it was fast, but I don't have a lot of battery life on this or space. So looking forward to the comments. Peace!